Let me adjust that camera a bit. All right. Let's get this started. It's Nerd Christmas, and I'm going to build a Bluetooth speaker kit. Manual, panel. Gee, I wonder what these two things could be. It's a mystery. These are magnetics. Near the computer. Oh, fucking hell. Acrylic. Bane of my goddamn existence. Nipple covers. Dude, those are some pretty beefy nipples. Solder out. Where the hell is my flux at? What the fuck? Ah, there you are. I have the spicy Carmex handy. Clear a little room. Really need to reorganize here. Okay, now that's a solid reason, Nate. And there's our beast there, the board. I've actually got a bookshelf over here that I bought yesterday to have my components and shit saved in. I haven't built it yet because I bought it and then went Trevor's, my brother's, just to watch Tyson Paul. We're not going to talk about that main event. Oh, please be labeled. Please be labeled. Son of a bitch. Okay. Label your resistor packs. Motherfucker. At least this one I know is a 2 mega ohm. Yowie, yowie, yowie. I just stabbed myself with the lead. And bending. This one goes into R2. Just because I like using it. That's a lot of bit of flux. All right. Oh, let me get a good chunk of solder out. I think these side cutters might be on their last leg, but that's fine. They were $2. I don't buy expensive side cutters and factories. I just use the cheap shit. It works long enough. I'm not that good at sharpening anyway. That's a nice one. Some more. And just like what I'm going to have later on, that's a very nice joint. Oh, speaking of which, I complained last stream about disposable vapes. This one came out of the vape that I was smoking on last session. Focus, you fucker. Well, okay. I was going to try to let you guys read it. It is a 3.7 volt battery, which is just over 2 AA's. Only thing it's only 300 milliamp hours, which isn't a lot. But it comes with a nice little circuit here that has a charging protection circuit and a USB-C port. This, I've got some plans for it. The only thing that sucks is it doesn't have a lot of life to it because 300 milliamps doesn't last very long. But I was thinking it'd be cool to get 3 of these and put them inside of a Game Gear, or get 2 and put them inside of Game Boy and try to run it off that. That's a project for the future. because I've only got the one right now. Okay. Multimeter coming out. Put it on the board so you guys can see it. I just got the solder. Okay, weird. So my options are 2 kilo ohm and 470 ohm. 20 kilo ohm. Okay, okay. These are the 20 kilo ohm. Nice to meet you later. You can find me on Discord by my name, but no, I don't just add people randomly. And I don't have a streaming schedule. But thank you for following. Okay, these are 20. These are R1, R3. I need to print a couple more benders. Nate wastes no time. What's that? It says R1, R3. What is interesting to me about this board is the top section here where you see all the circles are labeled D10 through D1 because it goes in reverse for some reason. But it's unusual that they're all LEDs, which are light emitting diodes. And they're labeled as D1, which is unusual. But that's all right. They technically are diodes. They're not as effective as a actual diode, but they do resist the electricity flow. I have to, do I remember what I had? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Actually had to think for a second. What street did I live on as a kid? Which is kind of bad because I lived on that street from like age 6 till I was 20, with one movement in between. No, I guess I was 19 when I moved out. All right, and then our tray. And yes, Nate, there is an R2 and a D2 on this board. Since I know you'd be the one to look. Sorry, 3. Yeah, right there. This kit probably won't be as interesting as most of them, just because there's not much to it, and you all get to watch me struggle and swear when I try to put the fucking acrylic together. Spicy Carmex. Man, this tip is oxidizing like a motherfucker. I'm probably going to stream again Tuesday night, and I'm going to recap a Game Gear, which means I will be changing this tip out. Gee, thanks, Ash. Honestly, if you're someone who's wanting to learn electronics, I'll tell you right now, getting a cheap soldering iron and one of the cheap kits online is great, but these motherfuckers will be the bane of your fucking existence. Okay. Oh, I didn't trim the leads. Now, just to be safe, I'm going to bring Mr. Multimeter back. And just to confirm that these are 470K resistors. And I was hitting two at the same time. That explains that. That's pretty accurate, surprisingly, because I believe on carbon film resistors like these, which you can tell by the blue. I believe the tolerance is 10%, which the fact that that one registered exactly 470 is pretty fucking impressive. Not that 4.7 ohms is going to mess with anything. And yeah, Ash, if you do have something you need soldered, just let me know. I will say that for surface mount stuff, I suck. And you'll see that Tuesday night. I actually spent last Saturday morning soldering that game gear. And then it kind of hit me after I got done. Like, I could have just streamed this. I mean, I leave the setup here 100% of the time, and the laptop I'm streaming was actually my old one, which was just sitting on a shelf. I believe this last one will be R5. But yeah, if you are someone I consider a friend in real life and you know who you are, because I don't have many of them, and you need something soldered, tell me. That is not a dumb question, Nate. The reason is the outside of the solder. You know what? Um, most of the solder is actually the flux around it, which has a very low melting point compared to the lead, and then the lead just flows pretty well. But usually leads are steel, so there's just a higher melting point. I believe, and it's been a minute since I looked it up. I don't. You know, hang on. Okay. Yeah, I got the engineering Bible here. Let's see here. Melting point. If you are someone who is interested in crafting or engineering, pick up a machinery handbook. I have this one, the 22nd edition, because this is from the year I was born. And a new edition is fucking expensive. But I got this one for $20. Melting points, alloys of copper and zinc. 22.74. Okay. And yeah, there's so much shit in this book. Steel. Yeah, the melting point of steel is 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit, um, compared to lead, which is 620. And that's why the leads won't melt when I put the soldering iron on. So no, absolutely not a dumb question. Melting points of metals is one of the reasons why, despite the how much I like aluminum for a lot of things, I think using it for cooking pieces, especially things like Dutch ovens, is incredibly stupid because even something like put in front of a fireplace will be hot enough to melt aluminum. Cast iron's a whole different ballgame. And dumb engineer fact: cast iron is not iron; it's technically a steel. Nobody golf clap for you, Nate. You earned it. Okay, and oh, ew, ew, come out, ew. Okay, good, good. Shit, that could have been bad. And okay, whenever you put it in a chip, normally they would give you a socket for it, but cheap ass kit, so they're not too worried about it. See, it's got a little bitty notch. Come on, focus, bitch. Right there, a little half moon. And then on the board, you'll see a notch too. Always match those. Oh, come on. And getting these to seat can be atrocious. I need to get a IC bender. I'll look that up on Spotify, shit. Thingiverse later on. Oh, fuck. One fucking leg gotta go fucking screwy on me. Fuck, I hate these goddamn things. Integrated circuits are one of the greatest innovations in human history, and they are one of the biggest pains in the ass to solder. Well, I'll take it back. They're not a pain in the ass to solder. They're a pain in the ass to seat. They are, however, a pain in the ass to desolder. Well, I'm going to try to avoid having to desolder because honestly, I'm not the best at it. Although, I am fucking getting practice at it lately. God, was it? I guess it was Tuesday night that I had the issue with the oscilloscope, which, by the way, does work. And I'll grab in a minute and show you what pissed me off about it. But I do have an actual power supply. I found one, ironically enough, from another electronics set that I put together that didn't fit the kit. And I just kept it. I'm like, it'll come in handy eventually. Because, I am a man in his late 30s, so gotta have, oh, this will be useful someday. Ooh, 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 you are moving. Ooh, no, 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 I don't like how you move. I may go to a different component for a little bit just to defrustrate myself. Oh, god damn, I am sorry, guys. You're getting to watch me fumble about like a fucking moron for a while. Shit. Pain in the ass, pain in the ass. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna come back to him. As fun as that be, and I do have a hammer off to the side here. I don't have a replacement. Well, holy shit! This is a Texas Instruments. ICs like this are kind of made for the what they're used in, and I don't keep them stuck. But I cannot believe that's a Texas Instruments. I'll be damned. I probably will be damned, but that's a different argument. Okay, let's put some LEDs in. Once again, there's a longer leg. This will be the positive, which is the anode, and the negative is the cathode. And it is nicely marked on the screen print what's positive and negative. So I just stick that through here. Man, they could have. Ugh, these are not drilled very well. I will not put a Christmas tree up. I don't fucking like Christmas. And there is a really popular soldering kit that is just an LED made to look like a Christmas tree. Maybe I'll do it near Christmas, but I don't fucking care for Christmas. I am a bah humbug. Plus, there's already a holiday coming up before Christmas that so you can't celebrate the next holiday. Oh god, LEDs are just so much nicer. The only thing is, man, I don't know, it's just the board or the LEDs, but the leads are almost too thick for the holes. And what I do love about this is, yes, the official term for these are holes. That's why these components are called through hole. As you're living in North America, Thanksgiving comes up in 2 weeks. That, ugh, that doesn't seem right. I mean, then again, it's November 15th and it is 60 degrees here. Uh, that is 18°C, maybe 17. Already celebrating Easter. I love Cadbury eggs more than about any other candy, and that's one of the reasons I really do get excited about Easter. Is I'm going to get my fill of Cadbury eggs, and then I'm going to buy them the day after Easter for half fucking price, and get the whole goddamn box. It is not a terrible meal if you do it right. Plus, man, I really love stuffing, dressing, whichever you want to call it, and I will eat that shit by itself. Ugh, no, that's not a good joint. A little more. Here we are. Ow, that is still toasty. It's a little bit light on the solder, but just a little dab more. A little more. A little bit too conservative with solder today. There we are. That looks better. Yes, I am, Nate. I don't remember what day that is without looking off the top of my head. You know how bad I am about remembering dates, or getting dates for that matter. 14, that sounds right. Wait, Ash, what do you mean the ones imported ones made in England? And they were doing that at Mike's again, right? 'Cause, man, that was a fucking blast last year. Yeah, I do believe someone here was your DD. They may be the team version. I don't care. I fucking love them. But if I can find them, which there is not a Middle Eastern store in Cape, there is an Asian store which is very nice. But I will try to look those up because, man, they make a dark chocolate Cadbury, because that sounds fucking amazing. And I am someone who prefers dark chocolate over milk chocolate because it's dark and bitter, much like me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Y'all didn't see me bridge that. Nothing to see here. Move along. Well, I still owe you that mug, Ash, and I've got some. I'm looking at some guitar pedal kits, and one of them I'll ask you what kind you'd like, and I'll build you one. The other one probably go to my buddy Tony. Nate, if it was to bridge, when it connects that, it would be essentially a short circuit, and so instead of flowing along the tracks and doing what it's supposed to, it would go between the two, and it would either fry the LED or just do nothing. And do I have an extra LED? Yeah. Don't cross the streams. Once I get these put in, I'll fire up the benchtop power supply and I'll show you what happens when LED fries. Unfortunately, it's not as impressive as if you put too much current through an electrolytic capacitor. You can make these things literally pop, which is really fun. Holy shit, that didn't take much effort. That flowed right on there. I just restarted using the Flux, honestly, once I started the streams. And I regret never using them before. I used to think, oh, that's just, you don't need that. I'm not so sure. I'm going to reflow that because that looks like it's on two paths. Ugh. I want to be safe. Now looking at it now, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, let's be honest here. These speakers don't exactly look like they're going to be audiophile quality. And yes, Nate, you do cross the streams when you want to save New York. But why would you want to save New York City? Okay, now that's a solid argument. That's a solid argument. Like, I will defend St. Louis style pizza till the day I fucking die, but not a bad thing to say about New York style pizza. Ew, that is ugly. There we go. I think I know, you fucking hate it. I don't think it's the pizza you don't like as much as Provel, which granted, I am a monster fan of Provel. I will even make sandwiches with it. Someone been both leads this way. Um, being fair, of all St. Louis cuisine, the common stuff at least, I'd say Provel is probably the most divisive. Again, I fucking love it. One thing I think anyone who tries, if you like desserts at all, gooey butter cake will make you happy. Also, the best root beer on planet Earth comes out of St. Louis, made by Fitz. Not sponsored, but if you guys want to send me a case, I would not be upset by it. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I got 2 extra LEDs. That's going to go in the supply box. They're 5 mil, so that's pretty common size. Actually, I think that all of mine are 5 mil. Absolutely would, Nate. And Ash, I'm sorry, it's not boiled out all flavor, so of course your British palate doesn't like it. I did make a mistake here that normally I would. I didn't fill my Art of Lore mug, but I just had a cup of coffee whenever I decided to stream, so that's fine. Okay. I'm again. It is kind of nice. Like, I'd rather these kits come with more parts than you need than the opposite. Ooh, shite. Come on. Wiggle. There we go. Yeah, Ash's weapons grade Brit. Ash, if you and Nate haven't been properly introduced, Ash is Nate. Nate is Ash. I've played Call of Cthulhu with Ash for 3 years now, and I've been friends with Nate. God, Nate, a decade now. Baked beans are for never. Beans fucking suck. Number one way to ruin chili. Dude, honestly, GR might have been 10 years ago. Fuck. It it might have been. Bloody hell. Also, I mean, like, Ash, what most people think of the main part of Thanksgiving, you're kind of disqualified from. By which I mean turkey or. Okay, one. Okay, yeah, it's a little microphone, little baby microphone. I don't know why they're putting a microphone on here. I really don't. At least it is non-polarized. Oh shit, it is not non-polarized. Okay. And oh fuck me. Marked pin? Oh fuck. Oh, oops. Everything here is full of not sugar, high fructose corn syrup. And I can't go into further detail because I try to avoid politics in my streams. Real life, I'll talk about it happily, most somewhat happily, depending on the audience. All day on the streams, I try to keep it apolitical. But I will say that one of the things I really have against food here in the US is how much everything tastes like a goddamn candy bar. It's on the whole we don't use real sugar here. You'll see it a lot of times marked, cane sugar, especially in the craft sodas. Um, yeah, it is mostly high fructose corn syrup because it's cheaper because we subsidize the shit out of it. White bread's like cake is the reason why I stick to rye mostly. Okay, time to fucking give in and put this fucking chip in. Give me a chip on my shoulder. Ha ha ha. This might actually be harder now. Put the fucking LEDs in. Did I fuck something up? What's fucking weird? Tweezers. Alright, there you are. I think the American predilection for incredibly sweet things is why my favorite desserts tend to be something tart, like anything lemon. Got my attention. Let's see this side first. I actually wonder what American style white bread descends from. I mean, it's not exactly the most complex recipe. I remember when I was younger, my grandma had one of the bread machines, and it kind of blew my mind how much sugar each recipe required. Or, well, how much sugar each recipe stated it needed. Bend these. Okay, so that makes sense. This is probably the only stream building electronics where you discuss culinary topics. See, though, now, Nate, the accent you're using for Voldemir is fucking gold. It was funny. We did a Call of Cthulhu campaign that was set in England, and Ash was the only one doing an English accent, which, granted, I think most of the rest of us were playing Americans. So that made a little more sense. Also, like, interestingly, both of you are very good DMs. Fun to play with. Come on, you fucking cunt rag. Fucking holes, regulation size. I get that. I haven't done it in a while. I used to do a Scottish accent somewhat decently. Although I can really turn on the southern accents if I needed to. Because despite how it sounds sometimes, my accent is not the strongest southern accent of people I know from the same hometown as me. Ah, fucker. There you. Well, the good thing, Nate, is none of us are going to judge you on accents in the game. Hey, Ash. Guess what? We lost the game. And I'll go ahead and mention this. Heck, you guys are my friends. I do have a circuit schematic saved, and I've got the parts, surprisingly. Make a stun gun. Only question is, do I really want to test it on stream? And would Twitch find it inappropriate for me to build a stun gun circuit? I mean, it's for educational purposes, right? Actually, kind of surprised at how simple that circuit was. Just obviously voltage input, 555 timer, which I've got a couple of resistors, and I think one transit. Oh shit! There he goes. Fuck me, that sucked. Yes, we did. We are level 15. You're bard. Wait, you're monk paladin, right? I would go ahead and do the level of paladin, get more spell slots, because LOL smite. A little much there. 3 into warlock. That's it. Ryan's the one that's got monk. I think. Now that I think about it. Nature Hexadin. The best. I think of all the base level classes, cleric is probably the most OP. I'm playing artificer, and I fucking love the class, but I do wish there was some more to it. I think we can both or all three agree here. Ranger sucks. I mean, if I wanted to play just a bow user, I'd probably just go Dex Fighter. Druids can be a lot of fun. Just it's really dependent on the subclass. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Do I want to trim these? Fuck it. Fuck it. We do it live. Okay, here's my transistor. This is. Wait a minute. This is not him. S9014. Yes, yes, he is. Oh, god damn, Ash. Oh, I do need to put one more diode in. Okay, that's fine. I'll do it after. Honestly, it's for the best I didn't do it yet because that would have made putting that IC in even more of a bitch. It's. Get down there. I'm kind of surprised at the fact that that transistor, they didn't make me bend it like you normally have to. I've One thing about D&D 5e is, and this is again a personal thing because everyone's gonna be different. I don't really like multi-classing. I've done it in one campaign because, quite honestly, fighters. Yeah, I think it's not really that useful except in a couple cases. It's either really useful or why the fuck am I even wasting my time? Although Nate, your setup is probably the best multi-class setup. Hexadin is dangerous. Then again, straight up Pally's dangerous. And you can use Warlock spell slots for your smites, right? I'm going to flow that a little because I might be bridged. Just take a little bit of time. There we go. There we go. Fucking A. Honestly, don't get me wrong, Divine Smite is obviously pretty fucking potent. But the spell smites, Wrathful Smite and um Thunderous Smite, I've had more fun with. I'm playing Paladin in a monthly campaign actually with Ash, and those spells are fun as fuck. Okay, got the transistor mic. Next up, uh, 1 microfarad electric capacitor, and you are you're 100. Okay, that would be bad. 1 microfarad. C3. Okay. Okay, well played. Druid is one of the classes I've never actually played. Um, Never played a monk, a druid, or a ranger, and I don't know. I don't have a lot of interest in playing bard. Definitely don't have interest in playing ranger. Druid, maybe. But be honest with you, as much as I love playing, just being a player, I've kind of enjoyed doing DM stuff lately. Especially once I can start getting into some other systems, but that's another one. Which is funny, Nate, because we have a joke about someone else in our Call of Cthulhu group being a furry, and it's not Ash. Although, isn't that the stereotype that Druid is the furry? Also, I mean, healer, tank, crowd control, DPS could also be just cleric. Like, Peace Domain cleric is fucking straight up OP. Pally, yeah. There's just something satisfying about being a tank. Just taking your enemy's biggest hit, look at him like, what now, motherfucker? And then smiting the son of a bitch into oblivion. You all couldn't see that probably on the camera, but that lead just flew halfway across my fucking room. I assume Pally would be tanking WoW. Druid, I'm kind of surprised by. I admit, I know nothing about WoW, although I loved Warcraft 3 back in the day. Back when it was still a strategy game and not MMO. I think I put maybe an hour of my life into WoW, and it wasn't for me. That's okay. What I would actually like to see is the D&D online to move away from quasi 3.5 5e or a Pathfinder based MMO. What's max level on WoW? Bear form. Okay, that do it. That do it. Wait a minute. Did it really tell me to use leads to wire this up? What the fuck? Okay, I'll set you over here. Oh, nice remote. That's lovely. And barrel port adapter. I wonder how much power this pulls in, because I wonder if I can run the oscilloscope off of this. That'd be kind of nice. Bear for tank, okay. Giant panther for melee, also. Giant chicken, amazing. And tree, okay. All right. I am not going to install leads on here. J3. Really? I mean, they want me to. They really want me to bridge these. Fucking why? I don't fucking see a reason for this, but what the fuck ever. I do not know why, but I've got the main theme from Mario Brothers 2 stuck in my head. I'm gonna blame the autism on that. Where the other? What the shit? What did I do with them? Whatever. Honestly, about the only MMO that I really have had fun with was Final Fantasy 14. There's one other one I played. What the hell was that damn game's name? Um, what was that damn game? I've not. It's just I don't know. Something about MMOs just haven't caught me. Could be being antisocial. Could be I just don't like that grind. And that I think that's a lot of it right there, Nate, is I just don't fucking care for the grind. It's one thing like a classic JRPG, you're gonna expect a grind. Um a lot of games like it gets fucking boring to do so. Um one that I admit that surprised me by how much I did enjoy the grind, and this could be that I just fucking love the series, is the newest Yakuza game, Infinite Wealth. The last part is a dungeon, an optional dungeon, and you have to grind for that one. But I found myself genuinely enjoying the combat, so I didn't care about the grind. I was having a fucking blast. You know what? We're gonna trim you down a little bit. Just enough to keep it from going in the hole. There we go. Man, Guild Wars, there's a name I haven't heard in fucking years. One game that I did, an MMO that I did play for a while, and this is way back, is I played City of Heroes back in its day, And I played a character that I named Captain Obvious, and I ran around saying obvious things just to troll people. And you know what? That was fucking fun. Put him in there. This is gonna be fiddly. Get more on the soldering iron than I am on the lead. Ow, that was spicy. You know, I'm wondering, do I even need to put the lead on? Because I just flow solder into the hole. Well, let's find out. Fuck putting a lead in. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, okay. I need to float across this line. That's what I'm needing to do. Okay, okay. Let me get a lead here. Oh yeah. I tried playing. I guess that is Star Wars: The Old Republic, isn't it? The current one they have, because it's free and couldn't get to work very well. Just a little more. What I'm supposed to do is make like a U-shaped lead and bend it across so that it bridges these two ports. I didn't fucking do that, so we're gonna hack a clutch. Oh no 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 no! Fuck! Grab that off top. That's a bad idea. Can I have enough solder on? Ooh, no no no! I got that on there. Oh fuck me! Should have downloaded the full instructions instead of just doing the easy ones, but well, I'm an idiot. Oh, hey, Tony. I fucked up here. Okay, okay. Well, okay. You know what? That's not going to hurt. It's bridged a little bit, but it's, or not bridged, excuse me. It's soldered on there a little bit. That's fine. Beats the hell out of it being bridged. Solder. That's the best way to fucking do this. For this one, I'm going to come back to that one because fuck it. Okay, and we got jump across. That is too long for that one, but that may be good enough for J3. Okay, okay. Now, get in that hole. Man, these fucking holes are not drilled well. It's almost like these things are made to a cost. Get the fuck in the goddamn hole. piece of dog shit mother. There you go. There we go. Nope. You back it on. I don't fucking care if it looks a little bit ugly as long as it fucking works. Hey Bob. Actually, no. The railgun works. I have just not spent time on putting the case together because I fucking hate doing so. Let me get this soldered in real quick. It is right over here though. I'll send you a Twitch clip. The railgun does work. It's not very strong, and I even bridged a capacitor there and made a spark just because I knew it wasn't dangerous. Oh, Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, I think if it hadn't been for the fact that it came out right about Skyrim. Uh, Today's mad project is a Bluetooth speaker. You know what? I am just going to desolder the shit I put in a J1. And bridge a fucking lead across. Yeah. Spicy Carmex. Damn. That's a fuck. That's a chunk. Okay. Oh. The spicy Carmex is flux. Flux paste in this case. What flux does is it melts and it cleans up any oxidation that may have occurred on the pads. It essentially cleans up things to make it better for soldering. And it greatly speeds up soldering. Like I knew of flux for a long time, and I regret not using it before because shit, it has been it has made things so much fucking easier. Like whenever you see me make smoke on solder, like, it's not actually the solder; it is the flux that's coming off, which is good because well, I use lead solder because it's better. And you'll see. Yeah, that came up good. Um, so lead fumes are probably not the best, but in this case, there's not much getting out. So, yeah. And even this, what I'm using here is called desoldering braid, which, as the name suggests, is for desoldering. And it's essentially just copper braided wire that has flux into it, and it helps you to because it melts and makes it easier to pull things out. Okay, those two, yeah. I can't push this out. Almost got that one out. Mother pus bucket. There we go. Very nice. Then you. Fucking A. That worked out better than I thought it was going to. No, because lead solder is the default for electronic soldering. One of the reasons I do not like using lead-free solder is that it requires much higher temperatures. Like, I need to recalibrate this damn thing. My soldering station right now is set to 700 degrees Fahrenheit. I would need to go higher than that, and I don't actually think that it's accurate that that's showing 700 degrees Fahrenheit. I think it's probably closer to 650. On the front of the solder, now you see this here where it says Cal. That is a calibration spot. So I could use that and adjust the temperatures. I haven't fucking done it because I'm lazy as hell. I mean, these are tiny, tiny spaces apart. I wonder if I can just, might be better just to start it off, bend it, and then I hope I'm going to need to. This kind of sucks. And I like root beer because craft sodas really helped me cut down on alcohol consumption and made up for not getting to have my lovely craft beers, which helped me go completely non-alcoholic. Not that I was drinking a lot, of course. God, it's been close to a decade since I've been drunk. Oh, this sucks. This is fucking shitty. Hell yes, Bob. If you've never had it, because I don't remember what state you live in, forgive me. You may have not actually told me, so that'd be fair. Fitz root beer out of St. Louis is fucking phenomenal. Um, the other one is Sprecher's, which is Wisconsin. Oh, you're Michigan. That might be where Sprecher's is from. And if so, thank you guys so much for that. I'm a dumbass Missourian, so of course I'm gonna go for Fitz's. Plus, their brewery is one of the best restaurants I've had, and it was a lot of fun going there. Thank you, Juggalo State. I would argue that just as much as Michigan would be Illinois because the Gathering of the Juggalos is held there every year. This is fucking fiddly. I don't even know if this is the best way to do things, but fuck, I can't think of a better way because it is terrible trying to bend these close enough. God damn it. Well, I hope you guys really do enjoy watching me struggle because you're getting a fucking lot of it right now. You know what? Actually, what I could do is could just bend it down and then just solder it over it. Bad idea. Position this. Solder. Damn it all to hell. Oh, 1919 is great. I went to Chicago in May to watch Legions of Metal, which I was really there because I wanted to see Unleash the Archers live, and my God, they were great. And the bar there actually was serving 1919 and Tall Boys, and that's the first time I had it. I'd heard of it. Man, that was some good stuff right there. And what I'll do here is that was really outstanding stuff. Um, some Menards actually carry it, and I just like Menards anyways. I think that's a cool store. But mine, unfortunately, is not one of the ones that carries it. To my detriment. I have thought about ordering the mini keg of it. I am not gonna lie. Yeah, actually, if you've got a Menards handy, and I don't remember if they extend that far north, they do carry a good amount of root beers. Like, I can get Sprecher there anytime I want, which is really fucking nice. Plus, I mean, Menards is the coolest shit because it is a grocery store, and hardware store, and furniture store all in one. And putting the same again, not sponsored, blah 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 blah. But their store brand tools are actually pretty fucking decent. Good hang with you, Nate. See you later. Spicy Carmex. This is not going well. Fuck. I do not understand why they would do something so fucking fiddly as this. Why not just make a fucking pad that I could solder across, but you need me to bridge something shit? You know what? Let's try just desoldering across it. I am not confident this is going to work well. What I could do is insert a lead in. This is the chances of this speaker working correctly are diminishing as we speak. No, I didn't want to do that. No, this is not going correctly. Things do not look good for Homestar Runner. I may have actually. You know what? That may actually be. We're gonna call that good because I really don't fucking care. This is not gonna be the best speaker. And quite honestly, I don't really have a necessity for a Bluetooth speaker. It's just no worries. I am really not surprised by the fact that you're playing Final Fantasy 14 right now. Yeah, this is just for fun. I mentioned this in a stream, I think, but soldering is one of the things that the soldering part, and maybe not the assembly so much, I can just like zone out and de-stress on, and that's kind of nice. I I'm really wanting to reteach myself circuit analysis so I can start designing stuff again because I didn't really get a lot of that in college. Because I mean, again, I'm not an electrical engineer. I did not get the extra one. I haven't been to Walmart since you sent me that message, but you know what? That may be something for me to do later on today. Because now I'm also wanting to go to Menards to see. Um, they've got 1919, and Ash Tony, well, Brazel there is just as much fun, or much of a fan of Ghostbusters as we are, and he's also one hell of a DM. How does that sound, anyways, Ash? I can't believe that worked. I didn't think I'd be able to solder like that, but I fucking did. Fair. Um, I keep wanting to buy the full size proton pack from Spirit Halloween and maybe do a little bit of tweaking to it. I can't get myself to spend 250 bucks on it, especially when there's some other stuff that I really want to spend money on right now. And I could like I've thought about doing the full 3D print up one, but that would take forever. I don't have a. I mean, I've got a decent size 3D printer, but it's not that size, so I don't know that it'd work that well. But one of the places you can buy PCBs from, a couple places now, do 3D prints for you. Ooh, no, no, that's bridge shit. Shit balls and rice. Okay, that worked. That worked. Yeah, there's a few third party kits that do that. Okay. These jumpers fucking sucked. Okay. And take one of these. And if you're gonna make a jumper, just fucking build the pad. That's the thing, Ash, is this is not a business for me. This is purely for fun because I have not made any money ever soldering. Quite honestly, I don't know that I ever will. That's fine. Because it's fun. Yet, I'll be honest, if I can go back and redo it, I would probably went to school for electrical engineering over mechanical. As much as there was a lot of mechanical engineering stuff that I fucking love, but I think electrical probably would have been better for me. Then I wonder, like, would it have been that I quit enjoying it if I was doing it for a living? And maybe I would. I mean, if I wanted to make money, I would have went for nuclear engineering. Because yeah, but the jobs are hard to come by, and you'd be moving a lot, and I don't really want to do that. Hey, Brazel, just a question. If you had one, would you prefer a overdrive pedal or a distortion pedal? Oh no, I've got to do this shit now. Motherfucker. I didn't bring my knife upstairs. Shit. I have not done anything with this acrylic whatsoever. It's been sitting over here away from everything. And it's already got a burn mark on it. I don't know if you can see that on there. Yeah, you are really an acoustic guy. But you do have some sweet electrics. I will not defect to the DPRK. Pretty much the opposite of my personal political philosophy. I'm actually rather. I don't know that. Fucking money. Okay. This is gonna be terrible. Wow, it'd be nice if this was fucking labeled, which goes where. I'll get the side of the speakers later, but okay, that's fine. Um, here, assuming this would be. Oh, it's supposed to go the other way. Okay. A personal pet peeve I have is if you're going to write instructions for anything, don't write them in a way that makes it so if they're not reading ahead, they can't follow it. Or that they can do something that will completely screw it up. Which, I mean, granted, this is easy to fix. I'm just going to desolder the wire, blah, 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 but it's kind of fucking annoying. Especially because it's going to be hard to solder, honestly. I do not have a wire that small. Okay, it came right out. That's lovely. Nope, almost out. Yep, okay, cool. I used to be really, really fucking terrible at desoldering, but I have gotten so much practice lately, which I don't think that's exactly a good thing, but it's nice that I'm getting better at it. Go in like that? Because the capacitor and stuff is right there. So how the fuck? Because, okay, this is going to be... Obviously, that's going to go right there. Trolls. I genuinely don't see... Was I supposed to... It'd have been nice if they pointed out that they need you to put the LEDs higher up because I wouldn't have cut the lead so fucking short. But I'm not particularly worried about the leads or the LEDs being lit up because fuck, who cares? Here, solder, solder, solder. I have another. You know what the fuck ever. Genuinely. This kit is fucking terrible. That's gonna fucking be good enough for now. I'm gonna get that plastic whip and soldering iron because that could be fucking bad. And I'm not exactly wanting to play soldering jackass today. Because quite honestly, if you want to see stunts with your electronics, you'll watch Electro Boom. He actually knows what the fuck he's doing. There. I'm going to have a little more solder just to reinforce that. No, because these are fucking. I'm not looking at the goddamn tip. SNES battery replacements. I I genuinely didn't think of that, Brazel. That's a really fucking good idea. Um, and I believe SNES and Game Boy use the same batteries, but I would not quote me on that. That's a really good idea. And yes, Ash, I did. You know what? Hell, let's test this out. I don't know what to do. Just saying actually what power it is. Well, hell, it's a USB. It's got 5 volts. So, Brazel, if you do have some SNES cartridge need a new battery, you tell me. I'll be happy to do so. I don't think it's enough power to run this, which makes sense. It needs 9 volts. It needs 8 to 12. And USB is 5 volts, except for USB C, which can carry more if it's set up correctly. But yeah, the scope is working just fine. I'm gonna clip this for later. There's a small. I'm gonna turn this off because this cord's not stretched very far. I need to work on a better solution. This little wire here is the calibration wire. It puts out a 80 kilohertz, 3.3 volt signal at all times. You use that to get the waveform set up. Brazzle, instead of doing a stream, let me know when weekend you know I'm coming up. I'll be happy to do it. I'll bring screwdrivers, get it taken apart. We'll get some new batteries put on there. I don't remember what size those used, honestly. Okay, back with. I am not going to take the fucking film off these because fuck, this is annoying. Well, let's see here. I can just drop him in. Oh, I'm going nuts. So, what the fuck do I mount that to? You know what? No, because I'd get my hands hit a whole lot. I'm not going to assemble this right now because, quite honestly, the assembly is going to fucking suck. Okay, what I am going to do is solder some speakers. And you can tell these are magnetic because I'm picking up leads right now. At least these are, the good thing about soldering these is they are labeled negative, positive. So that makes things quite a bit easier. And they're big, chunky boys. Means I can just bend. These things are nice and easy to solder. It does take a little while to heat up because it's a bigger boy. But it doesn't take much to get that on there. There we go. I don't actually think that this would work as a guitar pedal. A mini amp would be fun to build. Because let's see, it's bringing in 5 volts at 1.5 amps. So 5 times 1.5 is 7.5. So it'd be 7.5 watts. That's not a lot. Plus, I have built one of these kits before. And if you listen to podcast, it's perfectly serviceable speaker. If you're not listening to podcasts, you listen to music, it is not the most full sounding speaker. It's tinny, which that makes sense. I mean, spoken word is the easiest one to recreate correctly. It doesn't require the bandwidth of music. So that's nothing out of the ordinary. And ooh. All right. I'll take it back. These are 3-watt speakers. Yeah, that makes sense. 2, 3 watts. Okay, yeah, that'd be 6 watts. That's still under 7.5. All right, get a resistor there. Wait a tick. Huh. I included 3 of these connectors. Or 4 of them, excuse me. Cool. That will come in handy later. I could actually wire this up to use a mullet connector. This end here. Be nice. 100 hits, dear God. For the price that I could do that, I could just buy a speaker. I could probably go a bit StewMac. I'm almost certain actually that they do. I am fairly certain that StewMac has build your own speaker kits. I did a much better job with that one. Actually, I do really think about buying one of the build your own guitar kits, but the thing about that is it's more about like assembly. I don't think it'd be a good stream. I would love to try and learn to wind my own pickups. Just don't know how I would do so. Get this into there a little bit. There. I'm sure it won't matter which side's which. Okay. The thing about the kits is they come with a excuse me a set of pickups that are completely wired already. Okay, these are plus and minus on the left. Too worried about which speaker's which. They are identical. Never. I'm gonna test this fucker. Honestly, if this works, I'm gonna call it good because the instructions on this were so fucking garbage that I'm not sure that I got it right. I mean, I won't be able to assemble it in any case. Um, remind me, I'll send you a picture of the custom guitar that one of my coworkers is making, and it's fucking cool. His name is Griffin, and he had a where the hell did the power port go? Are you fucking kidding me? It's in the barrel plug. It's in a barrel. Like, okay, bam. Where does that connect to? This is pretty fucking stupid. Spicy Carmex has been flowing because this has been a shitty hit. Not on the biggest. Oh, I get it now. I fucking get it. Okay. What socket module? I don't think this kit was exactly made for the. Wow. This is fucking stupid. Legitimately. There's no ground. This is fucking dumb. Wow, okay. You know what we're going to do? We are going to hack a clutch. Here, solder, solder, solder. This is fucking ridiculous. Good ass piece of shit Chinesium. Probably help I plug that in. Next. Get back. I'm gonna plug my power supply in. Thought I'd done so, but I'm a fucking idiot. You know, same shit, different day. Be very careful that I do not mess up too much. Because right now I'm just interested in seeing if I can make this work. I would advise against drinking every time I complain about Chinesium because you will get incredibly hammered. Luckily, I do have some music I can play on stream without getting copyright struck. Because it's my brother's band, and I know literally everyone in that band, and I have personal permission from all three of them. Yeah, all three of them. Okay. Let's try and connect these somehow. This is going to be iffy. I don't think I can connect them without. I don't have it playing yet, Ash. That would explain why you can't hear it. Try to follow along. I'm sorry you guys can't really see what I'm doing here, because this is fiddly and I'm really stretching to get this to work. Quite frankly, I'm not sure this will function as I'm intending. Nope. Hmm. Yeah, that's true. I do have the helping hands, but it's less that and more what I'm trying to do may not just fucking work. It may not work. Because these leads are very small and these alligator clips are not. Okay. We're gonna turn the voltage down real goddamn low. Did I unplug this by accident? There, yeah, I did. No, there's no ground on this. The good thing is it's running at 5 volts, so it's not a lot. Cut the current down by quite a bit, though. That's for sure. This is not go up. Ooh. Oh, no, 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 that's too much. I'm gonna fry this thing. I hope that spark was entertaining. I might have killed this motherfucker. Quite honestly, the fact that I've done this many streams and everything has worked, more than a bit impressive for me. Oh yeah, I did melt that wire. I don't fucking care. The good thing is I can get my hands in here because this is not dangerous. Um, I am very lucky that I am working with low power equipment because what I've done so far has been pretty fucking stupid. Oh, cool. Yeah, that. I don't know if there's anything on here that actually would. You know what? That's actually. There we go. That would work. Um, Sorry, LED. Your sacrifice shall not be in vain. And definitely, I can smell that I melted wire. Well, the outside coating, but that is not the worst. The fact that this wire does not want to stay put, though, that is. Get you a little more here. There is a chance that I put too much current into this. Yeah, but the thing about LEDs is they are cheap, and I literally have hundreds of them. And that was an extra from the kit, which they were very nice to provide. And I can still, like, there are still leads on here. I could probably use it again still. I am going to throw it in my parts bucket just in case. Okay. But now I have some actual leads. Chomp. Chomp. Okay. Let me grab my phone here and let's see if there's anything new on Bluetooth. Pair new device. Eh, Um, you should tell me what the fucking name was. Yeah, fine. I'm gonna look at the fucking PDF instructions. Ding. When in doubt, RTFM. I mean, I'm getting something because, oh, it may be, it's reading the microphone. Okay, we are having blah, 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 blah. I fried two LEDs. Oops. It's cool though. These are RGB. Oh, that's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, look at the manual. It's supposed to have another port. Well, fuck me. Oh well. Let's see what the name is. I am not seeing it come on. Technicolor Word Vomit. That's great. That's a great band name too. Let's see. It's seeing the Bluetooth from my car and from my wireless earbuds. It would be very nice if it told me what the actual name of the fucking device was. Because there is nothing on the board. Oop. Blah, 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 blah. $5 this thing. Oh, it does have a battery. Well, I'll be damned. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. I think I fucking fried it. That's fucking funny. Blah, blah, blah. This is fucking hilarious. The cheapest kit with the smallest circuit board is the one that I fucked up. Oh, this is fucking hilarious. And I'm not drawing that much current. Yeah, this shit's busted. I literally yesterday ordered two. One is the dice kit, and what's the other one? But yeah, I did order two from that. You know what? Let me check here. Switch to my normal email. I believe um I ordered the dice one. I don't think I got the robot. I think I got the LED kit. But yeah, you're right. The place had a bunch of cool stuff. That's why this is fried. Okay, we're gonna turn you off. Yep, that would be it. That would do it. Turns out if the power gets taken away, it doesn't work so well. Who knew? I really don't want to get out the helping hands, but that may be necessitated. Can I just solder from the... Oh, wow. Okay. Legitimately, I think the pad just completely gave up. Okay. Wow, that is unfortunate. Stop the packet. There we go. Now, This is not probably the best way to do things, I will admit. This is learning. We're experimenting. And well, this kit was $10. If you thought it was going to be better than this, you are more tricked in soul than I. Hell shitballs. Yeah, that pad is completely shot. Okay, that would do it. This looks like a job for Spicy Carmex. Sometimes you can make even shit pads work if you got enough flux. Like now. Nope, nope, it does not. Okay, well. Yeah, that pad is completely just ripped off. Okay, well, bad news. This kit is fucking worthless. We learned an important lesson here today, though. Read the goddamn manual first. I'm not even sure there's anything here I can harvest. See if I can get this to go in there. Hey now. Hey now. This may be. Let's set you up like this. This might fucking work. Stupider like a fox. It's not staying put on the board. This is. If you're wanting to learn electronics, please don't listen to me on some things, because obviously I am a fucking amateur. A rank one at that. That might fucking work though. That might just fucking work. One thing my favorite thing in electronics is this type of port is called a banana plug. I don't particularly think it looks like a banana, but I love the name. Oh, and you already missed a hair sighting. I leaned in to plug a USB in, got my thin spot showed up. Okay. Fire this up. Oh, yeah. It does help to turn on the power. But I don't think it does here because I think it is just fucked. Oops. Well, now I can tell you something about learn electronics. No matter how good you think you are, and to be fair, I don't think I'm that good. You're going to fuck up. It's going to happen. I'm going to keep these ports because those are useful. You're gonna fucking it up. The instructions are not written by native English speakers. They're made from very cheap materials. And quite honestly, they just fucking suck sometimes. A lot of the kits will be just perfectly fine. Oh yeah, I fucked it up. It's fucking fried. It did. It did. Um, you're going to fuck kits up when you're learning to solder. I fucked more than my fair share. The oscilloscope, for example, the first time I made that kit, I I must have put resistors in the wrong spots. I fucked it up severely bad. But that's part of the fun of this. I don't think I might have fed too much power into it, but also it was working until I turned it off and then the leads came off. I think it's just because this pad here is completely stripped. But at the same time, yeah, this pad just came up. That's a lot of it. And even the spicy Carmex can't help you there. It's natural to fuck up. I can't because the material they make these from, the boards themselves don't hold solder. It'll just roll off. And you saw that earlier when I was trying to solder on this side. You probably didn't. You weren't here yet. And when the pad comes up, there's not much you can do. But now looking at it, I legitimately think I may have just put too much current through it. Hmm. And that's okay. It's $10. The only thing really interesting about the kit that I don't have in my reserves, well, I didn't have a microphone. Is this IC, which is a 24DNRYYE4 from our good friends at Texas Instruments, who not only made very good calculators, used to make nuclear weaponry. Um, yeah, this thing is just fucking borked. And you know what? That's okay. Because we learned something. One, you read the fucking instructions first. Always. Doesn't matter if you are a doctorate of electronics, electrical engineering, you read the fucking manual. Second, I think it's best to read the manual ahead of time too, because there's a lot of things in here that the way I did it, following the how the instructions are, it just doesn't work. The thing about webcams is you can buy the diode, or not the diode, excuse me, the assembly for the lens, but most of it's done through a lot of integrated circuits, especially surface mounts. Um, so that's a bit beyond mine. I do want to learn to do surface mount, but it would be. There you go, Ash. That's for you. It's difficult. The best way to do surface mounts is to buy essentially a hot plate. You set the board on it. You put some solder paste on it. Position your materials. Put on the hot plate. Let it warm up. The whole board gets warm, and then the solder melts. Um, so that's not too good. You know what? Tell you what. We'll do something fun. Let's see here. And do I have a? Why is that warm? What the hell? For some reason, my leads is it's toasty. I don't know why. I do not know why. Let's see how much power. I'm not sure if I can get in here right. That would be best. Let's match the colors because someone's gonna be pedantic. Cough, cough, Ash. And I'm gonna. That's this DC or AC. That is DC. Okay. So, yeah, that's AC. Okay. Yeah. Ow! It's pointing. Yeah. Oh, it was right here by the vent on my laptop. That's probably it. That is most likely it. I'm gonna hope that's true. Now let's see if I can. Okay. Okay. Oh, this one is getting warm, and that shouldn't happen. There's not a good spot to put the positive two. This is still 3.7 volts. This thing is full power. And when I harvested this, I had used up the entire thing. I had smoked every bit of it, vaped every bit of it, whatever the fuck you want to say. And it is a 3.7 volt cell, and it's still full power. The good thing is, it's got this little circuit board attached with a lovely little USB-C port. Everything should use USB-Cs. But it does have a voltage regulator, so this can't overcharge or undervolt, which is good because whenever you have a lithium battery that either overcharges or undercharges and discharges too far, it go boom. No, I'm not clipping it to a nipple. God, you sick fucks. And this is the thing I find interesting about these vapes. The normal I've desoldered the lead that does the LED on this so it won't light up. But you'll see this little part here. This is actually a microphone, and the way it knows to activate the heat wick on the vape is you just breathing it in, you sucking it in, triggers the microphone, which causes it to heat up, which I think is a cool little circuit. And essentially, then the what actually heats it up is just a resistor. It just heats up. Ash, I'm friends with you. Isn't that penitence enough? Do I have to discharge again? No, I've got it because it's still wired to the protection circuit. It's okay to say like this. Um, I could like have it. Where's that LED? Let me get one out of the supplies. I've got a couple. These are smaller. I'm gonna pick a blue one because it's what I grabbed first. So let's see if I can. Okay. Oh, they're right next to each other. Shit. I am not certain this is going to work. I don't actually know what the voltage on this. I should have looked that up. But it is not working. Let's see if I can't do it from here. This may just be that this is too much for this little one. It's only 3 millimeter LED. And what I'm doing is not exactly, yeah, it won't flow like that. It's worth a shot. Part bin. I fucked up. All there is to it. Even our good friend Mr. Spicy Carmex, which I almost want to print a new label for this that says Spicy Carmex and tape it on there, glue it on there, whatever. Yeah, I fucked up. It happens. But our friend Mr. Oscilloscope does work, which is nice. It's just the power cord that I have that works isn't strong enough, or isn't long enough, excuse me. Ash, I will do it on stream if I send you a lead and you do it to yourself. Plus, I'm already wanting to build a stun gun circuit. We all know what's going to fucking happen when I do that, don't we? Raise your hand if you think I won't end up shocking myself building a stun gun. Exactly. But Oh yeah, and for the record, I have been hit with a stun gun before. I don't remember the voltage because it's been 20 years. The circuit that I'm looking at doing, I believe, is 10,000 volts out of 9 volt battery, 9 volt power in, which is significant. It's going to hurt if you get hit with it. But I don't know that I can do it on Twitch. I'm afraid that they're going to be like, no, no, it's a weapon. Um, My plan is though, for you two people here who actually give a shit about my streams, 3 people. I remember how many are in here. Let's check. Oh yeah, Tony's still here. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, and then other 3 friends. Um, I'm probably Tuesday night. I'm going to recap a Game Gear. Let me grab it. Yeah, fuck you. Here's one that I did last Saturday. I can get these apart because I got the batteries in this one, and I'm gonna put this in because it is Sonic 2, which is a really, really good Game Gear game. And we turn this on, and I'm picking this because you understand why I picked this game in a second. Crank up that sound. The viewing angles of these old LCDs suck. Aliens 2 was a good game. I don't have that one. My local game store did not have that when I went to grab this stack of stuff. And this is an awkward fucking way to play. The thing that sucks is you'll see it still has lines on the screen. I'm not sure if that's me being a shit soldering job or if it's just the LCD is going bad. Um, but this one I know for sure is also busted. You know what? There's some stuff back right over here. Let's see how bad this thing is. It says that it powers up and doesn't work, which that's not surprising to me because the power board on these things is actually the screen itself. Now the it's not the screen dirty. It is the screen protector is scratched to hell. I bought these as broken, so and cleaning the screen will not remove the white lines. Yeah, that's 6. Okay, let you go right here. Make sure everything's out. Um, this screw can fuck off. On a Game Gear, if it doesn't work, it's capacitors always. Usually the power board is better because they use through-hole capacitors, and for some reason they seem to just work better. Yeah, I guess I'll use Sonic 2 as a baseline comparison. Also, I genuinely like Sonic 2. I genuinely like Sonic games. This one's also in really shitty shape, and as you can see, power's on broken. And let's see how bad it looks. Yeah. And you get something, but no sound, no nothing. So this one definitely needs it. And my question to you watching, all 4 of you, which again, thank you for hanging out. It's always fun having you guys with me. Would you rather see me recap this on stream first? Or I do have a broken Nintendo DS coming in. Should be here Monday. Would you rather see that stream and watch me build a Game Boy Macro? I have the Chinese speakers. Hmm. You know what? That's not a, that's not the dumbest idea you've ever had, Ash. I'm not there. Good God. These are some snug little fuckers. Yeah, there's nothing on this board that's worth salvaging. Um, I ordered a thing from Temu or Wish this weekend that's going to be a bunch of USB-C ports as well as some chargers for these kind of batteries. It's supposed to be here 5 business days. We shall see. I don't have a way to make this stay put, but these do have a lot of magnetic resistance, so they could float. I'm going to throw them into parts bin. Actually, you know what? There's a hair shot. I don't think these will work very well. Speakers, but I will put these off. The problem is I don't know that the Game Gear can put out enough for this. 4 watts is a lot, or 3 watts, excuse me. Let's see. Game Boy or Game Gear uses 6 batteries, 6 AA. That's 6 times 1.5. That is that's 9 volts. But I mean, a Game Gear uses up a lot of power, and part of that is the backlit screen literally has a fluorescent tube behind it. That's how they lit it up, and why these things just munch batteries. It's just from here to here is just a giant fluorescent tube. Get an old 360, turn the Game Gear into a console. One thing I'm wanting to do with one of the Game Gears is there's a system called Main Gear, which is just a complete drop-in board for a Game Gear, and it essentially lets you run a Raspberry Pi on there. And I think that'd be a fun project, and it'd be cool to have that. I've got an Analog Pocket, which I normally how I play Game Gear games or any Game Boy games now, honestly NES for that matter. Um, but I think it'd be a fun kit. It's a little bit pricey. I think it's like $80 for the drop-in kit, and I'd probably put a new screen on it. The Game Gear plugged into the wall. Yeah, I just don't know where I've got my Genesis plug at. The good thing is the Game Gear uses the exact same power plug as a Genesis. I believe the Master System too, which makes sense. Game Gear is essentially portable Master System. I don't know where my cord is, so I may just run to my local retro gaming store, Gaming Grounds, in case you've never heard of it. Or, well, you shouldn't have because you're not in Cape Girardeau. But they are a very nice store, and they do have replacement Genesis power cords, so I could do it that way. Set the stun gun to trigger on taking a hit in the game. I love the idea. I really do. The issue that would arise there is simply it would require a code, and I can't fucking code. I can probably still do Math Lab, but that won't be anything useful here, and I don't really want to do math when I'm off duty. Um, I've seen where people have VR setups and they've got the vest on, and whenever they get hit, it makes a forceful impact on them so they feel the hit. But again, that's Python coding that I'm just not good at. So, what do you all think? Would it be better to do the Game Gear on Tuesday or do the Game Boy Macro? Which a Game Boy Macro, because of DS, it can play Game Boy Advance games like this very good port of the best Final Fantasy game ever released. When you can get one that's got the bottom part broken or the top part broken, you can take the bottom off and use it to run a Game Boy Advance. This is very true, Ancients. That's a very, very big project to do because you would have to also know the coding for whatever game you're playing. And most of the time on the retro systems, they were running on the assembly language, which is already hard to code. So I have to know that for NES, Genesis, whatever I was playing. And that's just above my ability right now. Because my big thing I'm trying to learn is to design circuits again. I don't remember doing much of that in college, which again, I'm not an electrical engineer. I'm reminding you of that. And I want to be able to say, oh, I want to power, say, a laser diode. What circuit do I need to power that? Which that's coming. One thing I'd like to do on the stream is to get an old broken Blu-ray or DVD player, harvest the laser diode to make a pointer or a burning pointer. I The thing about it is I don't really have a good spot to put this camera, and this is tightened as best I can. Um, we'll see though. I am building a bookshelf to put some component stuff, extra tools on. That's going to be over here to the left, like you can't see where my hands are. On this side of my desk, and it may be able to I could stretch that, but I just don't know. And the connector is, yeah, I do get motion sick easily. I'm sorry that it does bounce around a lot. But this table is not the sturdiest. It was cheap. Like, I wonder if I should put some weights in the bottom of it. That might be a good idea. Run to there's some decent thrift stores here in town. Maybe get some like ankle weights and wrap them around the bottom bars. But it's just, the good thing is though, the top is pretty good thick wood, so that doesn't get burned very much. Which, I mean, I'm using 700-degree Fahrenheit, 300 C, I think, maybe 275 C. Get a second face cam. I've never liked having my face on camera, no matter what. It's just a personal quibble. Blame it on my autism. Um, and honestly, I'm looking down most of the time I'm streaming, so you would literally just be staring at my forehead. And well, I'm fairly happy with how my hairline has progressed into my late 30s. I don't think that'd be a good cam, and I'm literally looking at a wall right here, so that wouldn't be the best. Plus, I just don't like it. Um, Ash has offered to make a VTuber for me, but I don't like those either. So that's not it's not that bad. My hairline is good. There's just a one thin spot. My younger brothers, on the other hand, not so much, and I've never once given him shit for that, ever. It's just I don't like being on camera. Never have, never will. That's why there's not many pictures of me. Um, and I just don't see a good setup for that. With the webcam though, my 3D printer is to the right over here, and I thought about mounting it on that, but I just couldn't get a good spot for it. It's just this table is wobbly, and that's why. Plus, I do have this. I think part of the reason why the camera wobbles, I do hit this a little bit. I do not want a face cam. I can get another webcam. That's not the issue. It's not wanting to have my face on camera. I like kind of doing it in the big Clive Ashens view of just my hands and just what I'm working on. If I decided to progress up to something bigger, which I just don't have the space for here. I was doing like bigger projects maybe, but nah, I'm not worried about getting a face cam. I'm sorry, you all. I'm not gonna fucking do a face cam. Um, it's just I don't like it. But since both Ain and Bob voted for it that way, I'll probably do the Game Boy Macro on Tuesday. Um, and then Friday night, I think I'll do a stream where I recap the game just because it does take a while to do the, except for the soundboard and power board, the parts are fucking tiny. Um, like this this screw, which believe it's an M3 by Yeah, it's an M3 by 6 millimeters. This is both wider and longer than the capacitors that I have to put it on there. So that's a bitch. And one thing I did learn doing this, I was soldering both pads, put it on, then trying to do that. And that doesn't work. I saw people online recommend doing one pad, putting the component on there, melting it down so it's tacked, and then adding the pad. Use an avatar, yeah. And I don't know, just I'm not too worried about it, just because a this is never going to be a big time stream. This is just me having fun with friends and doing something I always like doing anyways. That almost looks like it says ass. I'm not going to be a big time streamer. That's fine. So let's not worry about it. Um, Finishing up. Also, like other plans I have is I want to get a couple more. I do have another disposable vape that I'm working on. I'm gonna get the juice used first, and then I'm going to maybe try to make a battery pack for a Game Boy or something out of these batteries. I've seen a guy who made an actual USB power brick using these, but he used like 30 of them, and I ain't got fucking time for that. And they're not super popular, like disposable vapes, THC or otherwise here aren't like just found laying around as much. But that's fine. And also again, 300 milliwatt hour is not a lot of juice. Smutty fanfic my hands. Oh god, I did not need that thought in my head. Thank you, Ain. I swear, like you live for giving people horrible thoughts. Yeah, I probably should have done it on stream, taking it apart because it was kind of interesting, but I had to pretty much just tear the fucker apart with side clippers. And so I may do that again on a stream. On the next time I get ready to get a battery out of one of them, I'll probably do a quick stream of it. Um, I probably should keep a schedule. I know. So I'm thinking about Tuesday nights being a fun do my streams then, and then Fridays if I want to do a project like a Game Gear recap, do them on Friday nights. Um, and I'm thinking about doing game just retro gaming repairs. Anyways, I think that'd be a fun series of stuff. And I've got a lot of friends in the retro gaming community still from when I was still writing and making videos. It'd be cool to have that on there so people can see that. Because the Game Gear recapping is if you buy a Game Gear, handpick. Um, if you buy a Game Gear, it's going to not fucking work unless you buy it explicitly recapped. I'm just giving you the heads up now. So it'd be kind of cool to. You two are fucking sick. AI. No. Just no. It'd be cool to have that on there, and maybe I'll cut the videos up and show like how I do a mod or something, and put an instruction video on YouTube. But eh. um, I don't actually know if this is. I assume this is not something you want to ingest. It doesn't say that it's toxic, but I'm not fucking testing the theory. If one of you guys is good with Photoshop, you want to make a spicy Carmex logo, I will happily print that and put that on here. I may play with that later on today. I am not attaching these to my fucking nipples. Ever. Ever. For one, I could color coordinate though. No, that's fucking wrong. If I wasn't so attached to the logo that I have for, I think I broke it, which Nate, who was in here earlier, did, and I've used that logo for years. I fucking love the logo. I thought about asking Ash for about drawing a label. Just man, I really fucking love the one Nate made for me. And it's not like I'm ever gonna sell merch or what the fuck ever. This is fun. That's all this is to it. Yeah, Ash has an advantage I don't. He can fucking draw. Um, Other than that though, it has been fun, but I think I'm gonna cut it here because it's noon and man, I kind of could go for a burger right now. Um, But it's been fun. I'm glad you all came and hung out with me. And so I will see you all. Those of you that I'm not playing Call of Cthulhu with or Delta Green, I will see you all on Tuesday night to make a Game Boy macro. Have a good weekend, everybody. Try not to die.